falling wrong. Take what you get, turn it into honesty and promise me you're never gonna find you faking. No. Hey, hello there. Welcome to episode 35 of Deadbeat Son. Today is Tuesday, March 14th. And this is episode 35 with Tré Lamb. And that's me sporting a new do. Okay? All right? Fine. All right? Fine. I got a haircut. All right? I don't want to hear anything about it. Still trying to figure it out, make it work. It's not. Haircuts shouldn't be such a big deal to me, dude. But they are, okay? You know, I'm stuck in that like middle school, high school kind of mindset of haircuts where it's like where I get one and I never like it, you know? But I need to do it or else I'll look like some sort of drifter. I don't want that. You get too, you know what I mean? I mean, it's cool and all, but it's just like, I'm not tall enough to have like really long hair. You know what I mean? Like Jason Momoa length. I can't do it. Or Jared Leto length. Can't do it. I'm not tall enough. As a not tall guy, having really long hair, it's short. It makes you short. It makes you shorter. Okay, it does, and I think it's just like, you know, because they look at it's like the people see the top of your head and then your feet, right? That's how tall you are. But when you got hair, it kind of just like scrunches everything closer together, and it's like, you know. My hair's closer to the ground. I think that's what it is. It's so much closer to the ground, and it just makes me look short. So can't do that. If you're not 6 feet tall, dude, you got to do everything you can to not look, to not look any shorter. Every inch counts when you're under 6 feet, dude. Okay. Every inch counts, dude. Like, I mean, you're paying attention to the thickness of your soles in your shoes, you know, or some guys even go as far as to wear boots. That's a little much. I'm not wearing boots just to be taller. 'Cause then what? 'Cause you know what I mean? 'Cause like if when women wear heels, you know, it makes them taller. And you know, when they take them off, you know, if you're out with your lady or whatever, you go out and then she's wearing heels and you get home and she takes them off and she's shorter, you go, oh, cute, you know, or just like, you don't even think about it. You're like, yeah, this is how tall you are. But that does not work the other way around, dude. If you're a dude who's wearing like, you know, lifted shoes or got big meaty soles in your boots or something, and you're out and you're doing the thing, what if you know, and you meet a gal, okay? And then, you know, things you know, you lay on the moves, you get real smooth, and then, you know, you go home together and then you pop those off, dude. You go from 6 feet to like 5'6". You know what I mean? You go from 6 feet to like 5'8", and it changes everything. You know, you're an entirely different person now. She's looking at you like, whoa, okay, like, oh, I didn't realize. Oh no, right? Like, man, that's gotta be a gotta be a bummer. It's gotta be a bummer. So you gotta. That's why, if you're like, if you're under 6 feet, you're trying to get those extra inches. You gotta wear something that's maybe gives you a half or maybe a full inch. So then it's like not that noticeable. I'm sure they still notice, but it's not as egregious as like, kicking off your boots and now you're looking at her chin. Oh no, dude. You pop those off and you walk into the room and she's all excited, and then she's like, whoa, ooh. She's looking over it. People, look over it. Oh, dude, earth shattering, man. Guys, we need every inch, man. We need every inch. Counts. All night she's like, all night you're laying it down, you're saying all the right stuff, and then you pop those boots off, you pop those lifts off, dude, at the end of the night, and you walk in, and now she's looking at you like eye level, like, I could take you. They'll try to fight you. You know what I mean? Just to prove that they could. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to get into fights with women with their haircut. So I get it cut at salons. That's what I do. I don't do barbershops. A lot of people, they'll make a comment when I say I go to a salon to get my haircut. And they, salon. I'm not going to a barber shop, dude. I'm not trying to get a fade. Dude, me with a fade? I mean, give me a break, dude. I mean, give everyone a break. I could not. I can't pull it off. Maybe I'll do it just to do it. No, I like the salon though. I like the salon. I like the ambiance of a salon. I like going in. I like it's middle of the day. It's weekday afternoon or whatever. And you're going in, and I just sit there and I just listen. I listen to, older women gossip and gab. That's my favorite, dude. Just listening to other people, just spread rumors, about their community. I like knowing who got married, whose grandson got married. Or who got into that school that they wanted, or sometimes these women get wild, dude, and they start talking shit. They start talking about people they don't like. I didn't, but like, old aunts or grandmas, dude, I love hearing when they don't like somebody that their nephew or grandson is seeing, or that their granddaughter is seeing. 'Cause man, they don't hold back. You know what I mean? They'll just be like, yeah, Kevin's good. He's getting married. He's finally getting married. I don't care for her much though. I think she's a floozy. They'll say things like floozy, and you're like, what? I'm sitting there like, what, dude, floozy? They don't like it, man. But I do. I sit there. I just, yeah. I want all of it, dude. Because I'm trying to, that's where I'm headed in life. I'm gonna be an old grandmother, I think. And I'm okay with that. I've accepted that. Every time I get a haircut, I say, hey, they'll say like, oh, do you want layers? Do you want layers in your hair? And I don't know what that means, but I say yes, because I've gotten a bob far too many times, dude. I've had like probably 3 or 4 haircuts that have just straight up been a bob, dude. I look like I look freaking Korean, man. And there's not a problem with that, but I'm not Korean, and it's not the look that I'm going for, And I only say Korean because it was at a Korean hair salon that they did that to me. because I just walked in. There weren't a lot of words exchanged. I just said, yeah, take it. Was, down here. I said, can you just take it up? And I did that. That's the problem. I did that. That looks like, but I just meant like make it everything shorter, but keeping the same style, and not a lot of words exchanged. And I liked that at first because like, oh yeah, they know their deal. They know what they're doing. In, out, bye bye, right? But and that's what happened. I was in and I was out with a bob, dude. A guy with a bob. It's like, I mean, what do we do? What are we doing, man? Haircuts can be detrimental to a man's life. I knew a guy who, I remember back in school, like girls would like not like a guy anymore. Girls would have a crush on a guy and then they would not anymore because of the haircut that he had. And I thought that stopped, man. I thought that stopped as kids. But I got a buddy who, wife, kids, the whole nine, and one day he got a haircut and she left him, man. She left him because of his haircut. She left him and took the kids, took everything, dude. And all he was left with was, just a bad haircut, man. And so that's why, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I always have that part of me that just wants to chop it all off, but I don't have this self-esteem to do that. Anyway, we got some stuff to talk about today. I remember also when we were kids, man, I remember hearing about belly buttons was a much bigger topic when we were kids, specifically the innies and the outies, okay? Outie, not the car, not the German car, I mean the belly button. I remember hearing about that a lot more, and I was thinking about the other day how, like, you just don't, we just kind of, I don't know what happened. Did they go away? Did the outies like go away? Or maybe we just got better things to talk about, but I never even, and I went so long without seeing one too. I didn't even know what they looked like. I only saw them in like textbooks, right? And until one time in college, I was with a woman. I was laying with a woman, right? Hooking up, right, as they say, and I was, I was like kissing on her body and stuff, and I was like making my way down her body, and as I was, nearing her stomach, I felt something on my chin, and I was like, what the heck? And I kept going, and it was an outie. It was her belly button. It was just like kind of poking, just a little bit poking out, right? And I was like, whoa, I didn't know what was going on, right? I was like, is this the clit? Like, what do I do with this, right? Like, I know it's not the clit, that's in the back, but I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I rub it? Do you want me to suck on it? Like, what do I do with an outie, right? Does she get pleasure from this? And I didn't know what to do, so I just laid flat on top of her so that her outie went into my innie. So she put it in my belly button, and she fucked the shit out of me, man, So I guess that's what you do, maybe neither of us knew what was going on, but that was the first and last experience with an outie. I didn't really know what was going on. I don't judge people who have outies. I reach out if you got an Audi. I want to see, especially like if it's really out there. Like, you know what I mean? Do people with Audis, like, do they compare? Like, wow, look at mine. Innies are not that great, you know? It's vulnerable. You get stuff. I get stuff in there sometimes. Lint, crumbs, notes. I'll find a little note in there every now and then that I left for myself. A little reminder, And I unroll it and like, you are a star. Oh, thank you, I'll have, like, people, maybe if you spend the night with someone and they have to leave, they could just kind of write a little note, because that's cute. Write a little note, say, hey, had to get going, sorry, gotta work early. I had a great time last night, and would love to see you again sometime. You just write a little cute little note, and then right in that innie, baby. I'll find it the next day. I'll just be kind of just hanging out, feeling around, and go, just something, Oh, this is the new merch, by the way. Check it out. Not bad. You can get it at TréLamb.com. Yeah, so I don't know what to do with Audis, man. Probably not a whole lot. Probably just leave them alone. Your boy's moving, okay? So here's the fun thing about having roommates is that they'll just leave, right? So, because everyone's got their own lives going on, and everyone's doing different stuff. We're not all the same. We're not all just the same person doing the same thing. So everyone's doing stuff and moving on with their lives. And you ever have a group of friends, and you're all doing something, right? You're all just kind of you have a thing, right, that you kind of got to know, and it's like maybe we all go to we'll hang out after work or school. We'll hang out at this guy's house, maybe grab a soda, grab a beer, and like every now and then, you always watch the game together, or you always do this thing, and then one day everyone else just like is done doing it. They're just like, oh no, we don't do that. We're all enlisting in the army. And you're like, well, what? Except they're not, going in the army. They're just kind of moving on with their lives. So, man, it's a fun time being in your mid to late 20s. I'm going into my late 20s this year, right? I'll be in my late 20s in August. And so, people like, some people just take their lives more seriously, and when they, actually start acting like it and doing the things that people who take their lives seriously do, you're kind of left just like, oh, yeah. Oh, right. I forgot I had to do all that. You ever get that feeling, man? You ever get that feeling that, like, you just, like, forgot to develop as a human being? And you're like, oh, shit. No, I know I was supposed to. Yeah, I guess I was supposed to just do all that, It's kind of like in school when, like, if your school ever had like a trip for like one of the grades, oh, this is the year that the 8th graders all go to frickin' this, Cancun or Washington, happened in the US. And they tell you like this, like they tell you like a year before, right? They go, hey, by the way, next year you're gonna do this trip, so you gotta start getting money together now. start saving up some money, right? Whether it's your parents or you got to go fundraise, whatever. Start doing it now. You have the whole summer and then you got next year to do this, so you'll be prepared. And I was always the kid that was like, yeah, I heard this assignment isn't due until next year. So I go, I'm good. I'm good to go. Okay, whatever. I'll do it, when I got to do it. And then the time comes and, it's like the week before the trip and they're like, all right, everyone got their money for the trip. And I'm like, oh man. And then you're going home and I'm going home that night and asking my single mom for $1,500 so I can go on this trip to Montreal. And she's like, fucking no. What? And I was like, but everyone else is going and they all got it together. And she's like, well, yeah, but maybe if you'd given me a year's notice, I could have done it. I'm like, son of a bitch, dude. That's what it feels like. So, it's the end of an era, of living with the people I've been living with, and it's been fun. And so I guess we're gonna be looking at a new studio too in the next few months. So that'll happen. And I just hate moving, dude. I'm just so sick of moving. I moved so many times in my life, and it's just so many things, like, you get used to stuff, and then it's just, you got to get used to new stuff. That's all it is. But yeah, it's different when you're an adult and on your own and no one gives a shit. 'Cause it's just, except for you, obviously you got to do it. So, I got to start looking for a place, in the, Salt Lake City area. So, I'm just not looking forward to, oh man, dude, finding a new roommate, or do I get my own place and just never have any money, or finding a new roommate. I mean, if I can't find a friend to live with, dude, have you ever lived with a random person? Have you ever just needed a place to live, and so you just go online and look for who needs a roommate? And dude, it's crazy out there. I mean, first of all, you gotta watch out for kidnappers, poachers, cops. You gotta sift through all that. You gotta find out who's an incel, who's, there's some giveaways. If they got any swords, or anime posters up on the wall, I'm like, hey, I'm sure you're a great guy, and I'm sure you're a hit with the ladies, but this is not for me. Dude, when I was in college, I had to do that. I had to find a new place, and I did. I found this house, and it was a 2-bedroom house with 4 guys. That's right. So 2 guys were in a room together. So I had moved into one of those, and it was me and this dude that I hadn't never met. I didn't know this guy. And I'm sleeping 3 feet away from him, dude. And he's snoring, man. He's snoring, dude. Stuff like that, stuff like that you can't know until you're in it, until you're laying there 2:30, 3 in the morning, just going, good God, this guy, because I think I'm pretty chill to live with, but maybe I got issues too. Maybe I got issues that I gotta, that people see and they go, whoa, no, dude. Maybe they see my haircut. I walk in and they see the haircut. They're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Golly, this guy's hair is bad, and they are not going to want to live with me. Or just and you gotta find someone kind of around the same age too, a little bit. What am I going to move in with some 60-year-old dude and just, help them out with stuff? I don't want to do that, bro. Ah, jeez. I don't want to do all that, you know? Criminals, you know what I mean? You live with a dude who's like got a whole operation going in the basement, and you're like, oh, he's just like moving with frickin' Jesse Pinkman, dude, and you're like, oh, you're kind of doing something here. That's cool. That's the fun. That's the fun of living on your own, dude. Is that sometimes you'll move in with people, and then they'll just move out, and then you gotta find a place to crash. So, yeah, that's the newest development. We're gonna be tracking this for the next couple months until I find a place. I got a couple feelers out. Might move in, some comics, sort of deal, or I might get my own pad. But either way, man, it's now go time. It's crunch time. It's go time. Your boy's got 2 months to find a new place, and to it's like a whole new life, man. Whole new me. Got a new haircut. Got a new place. It's gonna be wild. This weekend I'm going back down to Provo to do some shows and do some clean comedy. Doing some clean comedy. As clean as it gets. This stuff's got to be very, very, very clean. So, yeah, if you're in Provo, I guess, come out and see me struggle, what else we got? We got, I said the Dan Soder was super cool, super fun guy. I watched Chris Rock's new special too, and I got about halfway through it until I heard a joke. No, but really though, why I don't understand what happens to comedians. When they get older and more, further along in their career, they kind of just stop making jokes, which is, not fun. I get preachy, dude. Am I going to get preachy if I do comedy for 25, 30 years? Am I going to be just up there going like, just saying stuff, the market. What's the deal with the market? I don't even know what to say, I've noticed that him, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, George Carlin even started doing that. When they get older, they're just talking. They're just out there talking. It's like, what? Even Louis in his last hour, he was like reading from the Bible. Grant, he was making jokes, but it was like a lot of Bible stuff, and I was like, oh, these guys read. We're watching a 54-year-old man just read. I don't know about all that. I don't know what kind of comedian I'm going to be like when I'm 50, dude. I'm probably going to read a lot. I just got new glasses, too. So I'm probably going to be reading a lot more. It's so annoying, too, when, like, your friends see you wearing glasses. If they're not used to it, if you don't do it a lot, and, like, you show up, and, because they'll, like, take them. They want to, like, try them on, And that's annoying, too. They always say the same thing. They always go like, I want to see how blind you are, right? And they put them on. Oh, you're so blind. You're so blind. As if like, as if you fucked up somehow. Like, as if you just... I would like to make a thing. I would just like to somehow have it where the next time that happens, just once, just one time, when that happens, they take my glasses and go, oh, let me see how blind you are, man. And they put them on and they just see their worst nightmare. That's what they see, is just their worst. They put them on and they just like see, I don't know. They just like see their uncle molesting them or something crazy. They just put them on and they just see like actual, hell, fire, brimstone, people just running around burning, and they're like, "Oh, what the? Is this what you see, dude? This is what you see?" You know? I'm like, "Hey, I just wear. They just help me read. You know, I just wear them for driving at night. I don't know what you see, but anyway, okay. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Check out TréLamb.com for the merch. And for live shows, write in if you got any, if any you want to talk about some stuff going on. If you just need to say hi, if you've got an Audi and your experience with that, if you've ever been with a guy who was wearing lifted shoes, I want to know about that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye.